Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Daniel and I am here to help you navigate the financial markets. But first, I'd like to mention that this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and at the end of the day, whatever you buy and sell, it is your own responsibility. Today, I want to see a bit of a broad picture of what's going on in the markets because of the sell-off that we had this week, and then we can see different assets and see what to expect and how to trade these. So let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin at the high time frame. So let's see with Bitcoin at the weekly time frame. Here we see that we have this mark before these two important support and resistance areas. So we have at the moment, we visited with this sell-off, we visited this lower area, and then we got a big rejection. So Bitcoin was bought, heavily bought here. We can see this big wick, and then we are currently testing this resistance area. At the moment, we are being rejected from this area, so we want to see what happens here. So if we get a rejection, so it is likely that we will have something like this. So we'll go down, probably try again, and then go down and fill in this wick. It is very likely that we fill in this wick, and then from here, depending on how's the situation, we go up again to this channel, or we get a nasty rejection. It looks that we can remain range bound in this area, so staying here in this lower channel. So we already got rejected from this upper channel, so now it looks like we are going to stay here in this lower channel, because it is the same situation for the American indices, as we'll see in a minute. So we got here on the weekly, let's go back to the weekly. On the weekly, we got we touched the 55 EMA, and then we got support there. So the worst case scenario is that we go again and we touch the 200 EMA, which if we make a continuation of it, it would look something like this. It would probably good, and then we are talking about precisely coming down to this, to the important support area. So where here we see that here precisely here we have a confluence. So it will be, if we break down from this level, it will be that we go back to the 40,000 level. So that's regarding Bitcoin. And now regarding Ethereum, well, it looks the same. It looks also probably a bit weaker than Bitcoin. So we'll see. So we have here, what we have here is the same sell-off that we currently holding support here. We got a big rejection from this resistance level, and we found support precisely on the 200 EMA. As we saw before, Bitcoin was the 55 EMA. Here for Ethereum, it was the 200 EMA, which that's why I'm saying that for Ethereum the thing looks a bit worse than for Bitcoin. So again, at the moment we are being rejected from this rebound. So on the daily time frame, we can see that Ethereum is not even close to the 200 EMA. We are about to have a cross of the EMAs, which will be bad. So we have to see what happens with Ethereum. We have to see if we find support at this level and go back again to do something like this, or if we cross this down, and then it will be a bit of a downturn for Ethereum, because here we have another, we can mark here that we have the next level. Here we have a bit of previous resistance, previous support. So it might be that Ethereum, if we do something like this, then it might be that Ethereum revisits the 2000 area, which is the filling the wick that we did, the wick that we did at the beginning of this week. So now, if we check quickly the American indices, so we can start with the S&P 500. S&P 500 here, we are holding support here at this important level, so it is looking good at the moment, the S&P 500. Let's see, we are range bound between the two EMAs, the 55 and the 200 EMA on the daily time frame. So let's see if we find support here and then we start going up again, or if the market is weak, then we will go down if we find rejection, or if we don't find support, sorry, at this area, then we will come here and very likely test the 200 EMA, which will come to something like this. And this, as we can see here, we have a confluence area where we found important support and resistance levels here, so somewhere around here. So it might be that we come to these areas if we don't find support here. So we'll see what happens next week, and from there we will build up probably positions. So at the moment it is very risky to guess what's going to happen, so it is better to wait a little bit. With the Nasdaq is looking a bit weaker, because we found precisely at this previous support resistance, sorry, at this previous resistance level we found resistance again. So it's looking that the Nasdaq is getting rejected from here. The Dow Jones, the same found resistance at the 55 EMA, didn't even make it to this other previous top. So now we are finding rejection there. So it is likely that we go and we test this level. So at the moment, the one that looks stronger is the S&P 500. But if it breaks down from this level, then we will see a bigger correction. So it is not dramatic at the moment, so it is a healthy correction, it could be said like that, but it could also be the beginning of a change in the general trend. So as we can see here, we were coming with a big uptrend. So we had this big uptrend that started here in October 2022, and then we've been going up from here. We can see that we had this uptrend. So it's likely that we will test this trend here, somewhere around here, and then we'll see if we find support there, or if, as a lot of people are saying, if we have a recession, then we will see further downturn to breaking down this trend line. But at the moment it's too early to anticipate, so it is better to see what happened at these key levels, and from there let's trade accordingly. So we can see that on the other hand, the DXY it's been ranging in this channel for a long time, and now with the foreseeable reductions on the interest from the Fed in September, that they will probably lower down the interest rates by, I don't know, 25 points or 50 points. This will give us that the dollar, the DXY, the dollar index, will probably come down here, and then this will probably give us a bit of a rebound on the indices. However, on the gold, this will be a good opportunity, because we can see that the gold is already testing the upper levels. Is probably, if we see a weak dollar, it is likely that the gold will do again an all-time high. Silver will also probably cross this level and go to higher levels. Not an all-time high, because we are quite far from all-time high, but we probably test these higher levels here, like for instance the 35 level. The DXY, as I said, it is we will see if it breaks the 100 level. It is at the moment it doesn't look very likely, but we will see. It's likely that we continue in this range, or if we come down here, then we will see more opportunities for the gold. However, as a lot of people say, and this has been seen in previous recessions, when the Fed starts lower lowering the interest rates is when the recession starts, because that's a bad sign. So as they announced last time, the job market is weakening. So this is a bad indication for the economy, and that's why they have to lower down the interest rates if they don't want to damage more the economy and damage the employment. So, and that's why when they lower the interest rates, it is an indication that the economy is not so good, and it is why it is probably the beginning of a slower economy, and that's what happened in the past. So contrary to what people say, oh, that is lower interest rates, now everything is going to explode. No, well, that might be a sign of a weak economy. And then why the companies and why the indices will go down? Well, we'll see, as we've seen already on the reports. We've seen the quarterly reports of the companies. They are showing bad results, and that's why we see that the companies are coming down from the highs. So for instance, here we have Apple. It's come down from from its all-time high. At the moment, it's a 10% down. We can see that AMD is even lower down. So Amazon is also coming down. So that's why we can see that, because they presented bad results, and this is what, in spite of the prospect of a lower dollar, if the results of the companies are negative, then we see that the stocks will go lower, and then we'll have lower prices, which at the end, well, for those who have a bit of cash, is a good opportunity to buy stocks when they come lower. For instance, we have here the case of Nvidia. Nvidia looks like it is turning down. It looks like it will revisit this support of the 90 area again, and then, well, we'll see. We have here on the 28th of August, we have results for Nvidia, and we'll see if they are negative or positive. If they are positive, we might see a big rebound to the upside, and then if they are negative, well, we'll see this. We'll probably visit this low level or even lower. So we'll see. At the moment, just stay safe. Don't try to chase the prices. So it's better to wait to see what the prices do, what the economy is doing, and then trade accordingly. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.